and the bass keeps running, running, and 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 in this context, there's no disrespect, so when I bust my
Oh, I came to the wrong neighborhood.
The Urbz, Sims in the City, a spin-off of the much-beloved Sims franchise created by Will Wright. The Urbz saw its release in 2004 on the GameCube, and PS2, and Xbox, and GBA, DS, Atari Lynx, NES, ColecoVision, and Game & Watch. May have made a few of those up. The game saw players enter a more urban setting for the life simulation series, with a stronger emphasis on a single character rather than a whole family to look after.
So with that knowledge, let's enter the city. Oh, how to get back here? Well, yes.
As the game opens, we are welcomed by a cutscene to show off what the game offers. Urbz City. Yeah, that checks out. Creepy Urbz, mind you, but Urbz nonetheless. I should mention that Urb is what the game refers to Sims as, so going for some kind of slang here. And now the most important part. Making my Urb. I would go skinny because, you know, I'm hardly Chris Pratt. Both versions, but skinny just looks ill. Well, I can hardly talk. Alright, just a little hair, face, and done. Not much variety, but oh well. Now for the name. Well, let's take Tomato Ghost and hip it up a bit. Tomy Ghost. Tomy as in homie. And Ghost as, I don't know, Zed's cool, I guess. As we enter the game, I'm instantly impressed by what's on display here. This truly is the Sims experience put onto consoles with the player controlling a cursor rather than the Urb themselves. And also having to manage their, I don't know, living levels to maintain their mood. You see, the key to this game is to keep their mood up so you can socialize with all the Urbz you meet. Let's start with this guy called Will.i.am? I'm friends with Will.i.am?
You're staying in there, Will!
Not even joking. This game is basically the official Black Eyed Peas video game. They provide the soundtrack, which includes their existing songs in Simlish, and they also appear in the city as Urbz themselves. 2004, ladies and gentlemen.
So what's the point of this game? Well, there's one here, 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 and here!
Reputation! That's the name of the game! Well, outside of. This bar here keeps track of how popular you are, and the more you positively interact with Urbz, the higher it gets. Once it reaches the end, you level up and my god, it's satisfying. So the first district I can explore is San Francisco. Neon East, where we come to learn that all the Urbz you meet throughout the city are actually all unique. They have different likes, dislikes, styles, and skills. Appalling sense of fashion, but that can be remedied. Combine this with the fact that each district is actually pretty small makes for a much more personal experience. The game really encourages interactions with characters in order to get more reputation. Each district also has an exclusive club that everyone except you can get into unless you level up. I'll admit, there's nothing more demoralizing than knowing that everyone is in the club except for you. The point of these clubs are to meet the most popular guy in the city, Darius. Who? I don't know, but William seems to know him though. All he does is just show up and give the player special skills to use on the villains.
Oh, of course. Wait, villains?
Yeah, the Urbz has villains. In every district at a certain time, one of 3 villains will arrive and you must use the skill given to you by Darius on them. Doing so gets you a piece of Darius' secret machine. No, don't ask me what the machine is. I don't know. You never learn. It's a secret. Despite the game taking place in a single city, there are actually a good number of districts with lots of differences. Oh god, I've got to list them all now. Cosmo Street with the Black Eyed Peas where you can swallow swords and get stuck at doors. Thanks. Diamond Heights for the classy snobs who really know how to party. Yeah, that's living. Southside Bridge for the sleazy gamblers and destruction of personal property. Skyline Beach for the scantily clad cool peeps. And ferrets.
Yep.
Gasoline Row with the rowdy bikers and sausages. Nothing but sausages. Central Station for the spike-wearing punks and questionable outfits. Kicktail Park for the radical skaters and only the best image quality. And lastly, the Foundry for artsy hipsters and robot wars.
Oh, I feel lightheaded.
It's nice to see such versatility which makes all the locations stand out and leave an impression. There is actual incentive to explore the different districts as you rise up the popularity ladder. However, that ladder is the biggest problem with the herbs. So many districts, and yet you will always find yourself doing the same thing over and over again. Every single time. Enter district, mingle, unlock club, mingle more, unlock new district, rinse and repeat. Occasionally when you level up, you will unlock kits to upgrade your strength and intelligence, which will help you get better jobs. Which leads me to the other thing you've got to keep up, which is cold hard cash. Jobs come down to QuickTime events that are actually pretty fun. The sound the bottom prompts make are really satisfying, and the feeling when the prompts get faster is exhilarating. On the flip side, something that always worried me as a kid was rent.
Starting to see the irony here.
I always struggle to keep up with it because as you progress, you unlock more apartments against your will, so you begin paying more for stuff you never asked for. At least the new apartment is much nicer than the first one, and when you fill it with enough furniture, you get a pet cat.
Oh, I got a kitty. Oh, it wet itself.
This rent prompt always scared me as a kid because of the big red letters and the fact that this guy is one of the villains that shows up. Getting your social commentary out of the way already, are we, Maxes? I only learned recently that making use of the kits you unlock reach more advanced levels of work and make much more money. This much for one job? Wow, my childhood self was an idiot. Yeah, much better.
So with all that knowledge taken in, how exactly are you meant to get to that big party in the sky? I mean a penthouse, not heaven. I mean, a party could go horribly wrong and you could die, I'm sure, just like the last party I went to that isn't worth remembering. What?
Building popularity and your reputation is reliant on knowing exactly what interactions to do on each specific person. As previously stated, the charm of the herbs is that each individual is just that, an individual. You can keep track of relationships with your phone, and once you get someone to 100 and their mood is high, they might decide to join your crew. This allows you to play as them instead, opening up more interaction possibilities and even use skills that your own herb hasn't learnt. This is great as it adds to the longevity of the game. You're probably thinking, this game has Sims in the title but you're not seeing much by way of customization. Well, actually the best way of growing reputation in a district is dressing up in their fashion. There's a nice variety of clothing and hairstyle in the game, and while a lot of it is ghastly, there are one or two styles I've grown a liking to. However, you have to wear the fashion of that district to get into their respective club for the first time. Minor note, getting accepted into the club for the first time is the best feeling in the world. Okay, moving on. Once I enter a club though, I can just get back into my old clothing by entering a wardrobe really quickly, and my herb is a girl. My herb is a girl. And now standing in the middle of traffic. Stuck in fast forward. A question one must ask is, what does it mean to be the most popular person in City Herbville? Might want to check the name on that one. Well, defeating all the villains and getting all the pieces of Darius' machine will make Darius leave the city. Probably because the machine is tied to his terrorist activities. Maybe. And you get his penthouse as a reward. Well, time to move my stuff out of my old apartment, and oh my god! That's me!
You see, things like that make it all worth it. All the repetition, redundancy, renewal, recurrence, back to the game.
All jokes aside, the herbs has a great feeling of progression. It goes at a natural pace as you slowly see your face being plastered up around the city with the knowledge that you can just waltz into any club you want. Of course, being able to play golf off the balcony of your new penthouse is the mark of fame. And a monkey.
So, with the city conquered and your face plastered everywhere, there's only one thing to do.
I was expecting a better turnout than this. Well, who cares really? In the end, I can just kick back, relax, and look over the city knowing that I own this place.
And run and run and run and run and run and run and.
This is a video I made, and this was a video you watched, so thank you for doing so. If you happen to like what you just witnessed, you can always go down and hit that like button, because liking and liking is what the like button is for, liking. Also, you can always subscribe so you can get more content from me when I make it, and why not actually share this video so, others can bask in my weirdness. And speaking of more weirdness, in the middle you'll find my 2 previous videos. On the left is my review for Burnout for the GameCube, and on the right is the top 10 characters that I wanted to see in Disney Infinity before they just absolutely killed it. Thanks guys. So if you got some spare time you can give them a watch. Well, that's all from me. Ta-ta!
So what's the point of this game? Well, there's one here, 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 and here! I broke the case. Oops.
You went through the case?
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, shit.
I put too much pressure on it there.
That is some anger.